Hello everyone, and welcome to MyniQ podcast. I'm your host, and I'll be sharing short English stories and conversations with you every day. Today's episode is Echoes of Moonlight. And the text level is 8. Learn how to make really complicated sentences, check everything you learned, and practice using it by writing and talking. Stick around till the end for 5 quick questions to test your understanding. Alright then, let's get listening.
Echoes of Moonlight. In the ravaged streets, I stumbled upon a dusty old photograph. It was the first photograph of the moon, taken by Edward Emerson Barnard in 1857. The image seemed out of place among the ruins, a relic from a time long forgotten. As I gazed at the photograph, memories began to resurface. I recalled my childhood, spent gazing up at the night sky with my grandfather. We would talk about the mysteries of the universe, and he would point out constellations like the one depicted in the photograph. It was a connection to my past, a thread that linked me to the world before the apocalypse. I tucked the photograph into my pocket, feeling a sense of hope wash over me. Maybe, just maybe, there was more to this desolate landscape than met the eye. The echoes of moonlight seemed to whisper secrets in my ear, reminding me that even in the darkest of times, there is always a glimmer of light.
Now, let's move on to the conversation between Billy, Meg, Kelly, and their teacher, Louis, after reading the novel.
Wow, I loved how the author used the old photograph to connect with the past. It was so emotional. I agree, Kerry. The novel did an excellent job of exploring the connection between human experiences and historical events.
I love the imagery in this book. The way the author described the ravaged streets and the moon photograph was like stepping into a different world.
Yeah, the descriptions were amazing, but I think what really stood out to me was how the novel showed that even in the darkest of times, there's always hope. That was so inspiring.
Exactly, and I loved how the author didn't shy away from the tough stuff. The apocalyptic setting really made the characters' struggles feel more real. That's a great point, Kerry. The novel did a great job of balancing the light and dark moments. It kept me engaged and curious until the very end.
I know what you mean, Louis. I was completely absorbed in the story and didn't want it to end. The characters were also well developed and relatable.
Yeah, I love how the author wove together the different threads of the story. It felt like a big puzzle coming together at the end.
I'm still thinking about the themes in this book, guys. The idea that even small actions can make a difference. It's really stuck with me. Well said, Kerry. I think that's what makes this novel so powerful. It encourages us to keep looking for the light, no matter how dark things may seem.
Now, let's test your understanding of the novel and the dialogue with 5 questions. Question 1. What was the author referring to when he mentioned the first photograph of the moon? A. A famous painting. B. The first photograph taken by a human. C. A picture of a cat. D. A map of the world. E. A recipe book. The answer is B. The first photograph taken by a human. Question 2. What did the protagonist and his grandfather do together when he was a child? A. They went to the beach. B. They played video games. C. They gazed up at the night sky. D. They watched TV. E. They read books. The answer is C. They gazed up at the night sky. Question 3. What did the photograph of the moon make the protagonist feel? A. Sadness. B. Anger. C. Hope. D. Confusion. E. Fear. The answer is D. Confusion. Question 4. Who said, "Wow, I love how the author used the old photograph to connect with the past. It was so emotional"? A. Carrie. B. Leah. C. Meg. D. Billy. E. The protagonist. The answer is A. Carrie. Question 5. What theme did the novel encourage readers to keep looking for? A. That small actions can make a difference. B. That apocalypses are inevitable. C. That hope is futile. D. That human connections are impossible. E. That darkness is permanent. The answer is A. That small actions can make a difference. That's it for today's quiz. How many did you answer correctly? Thanks for tuning in to my channel today. I hope you enjoyed the stories and conversations and found the quiz challenging yet fun. Don't forget to subscribe or follow us for more daily English learning content. Until next time, keep practicing your English and have a wonderful day.